Welcome back to KTN Business Today. Many thanks for staying with us. Now, in 2016, Retirement Benefits Authority reported that the retirement savings rate in the country stood at 13%, against the world's average of 20%. A recent report by the Capital Markets Authority indicates that the Kenya's gross savings rate has dropped by almost a half in 10 years, from 11.7% in 2007 to 6.2% in 2018. In the face of this decline, and to answer questions on the way forward for savings and pension in Kenya, is Liberty Life's General Manager for Sales and Distribution, Anna Manyara. Thank you very much for joining us here on KTN Business Today.
Thank you, Ashley, for inviting and having us here.
All right, so Kenya's gross saving rate has declined. Why?
There are a couple of factors that have led to this, Ashley, and I'll go through some of them, particularly that relate to retirement savings. Some of the factors are retirement-based in nature. Some of them are economically based in nature. And I'll start with the reasons that are retirement-based in nature. So in 2005, the then finance minister the finance minister made and passed a change through Parliament to have retirement benefits preserved. So he introduced a mandatory preservation rule such that you can only access the employer portion of your retirement savings when you retire, whether it's at age 55 or at 60. And so for a period of 15 years, we had a period of 5 to 6 years, we had mandatory preservation of retirement benefits. And then in 2010, that act was repealed, and there was partial access to employer benefits that had been set aside for members to access when they do retire. So the appeal was to the effect that 50% of the monies that have been set aside by the employer on behalf of the employee could now be paid out. So there's a bit of partial withdrawal that is permissible. What that meant, Ashley, is that a Kenyan who had saved 5 million from when they started working, they could now access part of it as a cash lump sum. Now, we do know...
At what point?
When they resign from employment. What that means is that when you look at the average working period of a Kenyan, every 3 to 4 years, we have job mobility. So you have an employee changing jobs, moving from standard media, moving to nation media, and all of that. So every time that they resign and leave employer, they would then access their own contributions, 100% of it, and 50% of the employer contribution. Now, that disrupts your goal towards retirement. You would have a goal of 15 to 20 to 25 years, depending on when you started working. So that partial withdrawal disrupts your goal and disrupts your saving culture. Now, the impact that is being felt, whether from a CMA point of view, or whether from how we are ranging or benchmarking against our contemporaries worldwide, is that that gives you a net reduction in your savings. That's from the retirement point. Now, from other points, I think as Kenyans, we are still not where we should be from a disciplined way of saving, a forced way of saving. If you think about saving in a circle, you will save for a particular number of years, and then you will access it in the form of a loan. So whether retirement, whether other ways of savings, we are not disciplined as Kenyans.
All right. I want us to go back to the retirement factors. And of course, this is 2010. We are now in 2018. Why hasn't this problem been fixed?
Thanks, Ashley, for raising that. I think this is a stakeholder issue that is being looked at. Recently, we participated in a retirement benefits national draft policy review, where the Retirement Benefits Authority is putting all these views into a policy. So should we review the partial access of retirement benefits, for example? The NSSF in 2013 introduced the NSSF Act 2013 that looks to do many other things, one of which is to increase the rate of savings from the monthly 200 shillings for member and employer to one that is based on the percentage of your earnings. So there are a couple of initiatives that are looking to fix this and to increase the rate of savings, to force Kenyans to save more than they are now, from a fixed monetary amount to one based on your level of income. And I think all these are going to bear fruit. The government recently launched Malipo ya Wazee on a monthly basis. So you have individuals or citizens who are in their 70s and above receiving 2,000 shillings coupon every month.
Yes.
That is supposed to be going towards enabling them to have an income at retirement. But actually, our concern as Liberty is that this is not sufficient.
Okay.
2,000 shillings is not sufficient, and it calls on Kenyans to put aside more for retirement than they are through the NSSF.
If Liberty is concerned, what have you done to make a difference?
So we've done a couple of things. Liberty has been in this market for 57 years.
Yes.
And so we are a brand that is tested, a brand that is financially sound. We have a retirement plan. We've got over 20,000 customers in terms of the ones that save with us. And we have launched a retirement plan known as Boresha Maisha.
Yes.
A very attractive product, a disruptor in the market, so to speak. Why do I say this? It looks at your salaried people, it looks at your business people, it looks at individuals who are professionals, lawyers, doctors, architects, individuals who are earning not on a regular monthly basis, whether it is ad hoc, whether annually, whether monthly, whether quarterly. So this plan is very attractive and it's suitable for everyone across the board, multinationals, corporates, SMEs, NGOs,
yes.
The government, whether you are looking at an SME with 3 individuals. Very attractive and innovative product that then enables you to achieve your retirement goals.
Yes, and I like how you've come to the point of cutting across, because not everyone has a job. There are those in the informal sector. What packages are there available, if you can just get into the details?
So, whether you want to get into a provident fund, which enables you to withdraw your savings in a cash lump sum,
yes.
or you want to save and at retirement you begin to draw an income on a monthly basis, those packages are available. But I think actually the most important thing for Kenyans to know is that this plan is flexible
yes.
in how we enable you to have portfolios. So depending on your age profile, depending on your risk profile, depending on your age, depending on your projection of how long do you want to save, we sit and profile you and enable you to know which investment portfolio suits you best. For example, do you want capital preservation? Do
yes.
you want to ensure that even if the markets are erratic and volatile, you don't lose on your capital? Are you risk averse and you want to take higher risk? So we've got a portfolio that enables you to earn higher returns,
yes.
Obviously by taking a higher risk. Are you a moderate individual in risk profiling? So we have a portfolio that exposes you to moderate risk and a moderate return.
But is it out there? Are people aware of this?
As a matter of fact, we're running a campaign now.
Okay.
We're running a campaign on billboards. We're running a campaign on radio. We're running a campaign on TV. And so that campaign has an action to call or call to action. You can SMS 20120 with the word Boresha, and we'll have a professional advisor getting in touch with you. There are many options of beginning to save with us. You can transfer benefits from schemes that you previously worked for. So if you worked for Nation Media and you came to Standard Group and you left your deferred benefits in Nation Media, we enable you to transfer those monies into an individual account so that you don't have your funds spread all over the place. We harmonize them for you and we enable you to track your journey as you move along.
All right, finally, you talked about discipline, which is one of the challenges being faced in the sector. We cannot go around disciplining people. So then how do we tackle this challenge?
So we carry out financial awareness or financial clinics around just bringing everybody to speed around why must you save in a disciplined way and how do you disrupt your retirement goal when you withdraw your money during your journey.
Yes.
And we do this at employer sites. We come along with our financial advisors and we engage on a personal basis. But I think what is important is a projection tool that we enable individuals to. So you set your goal. You say, I want to retire in 15 years and I would like to have 5 million or 10 million in that 15 years when I retire. So we give you sort of like a tool that enables you to know how much must I set aside within the journey of those 15 years in order for me to achieve my goal.
All right.
If I break that goal, what must I do to close that gap in order for me to still achieve my goal? And I think, Ashley, it goes a long way in just creating that discipline of knowing that if I break my goal, this is how I come back in terms of going back. We've enabled many people to set up direct debits. We've enabled people to set up standing orders.
Yes.
That which leaves you at payroll, you cannot access it through your bank account. So there are many ways that we have continue to enable and sensitize Kenyans on how to stay on the path of retirement in a disciplined way.
All right, many thanks, Anna Manyara, who is the Liberty Life General Manager for Sales and Distribution. Thank you very much for joining us here on KTN Business today.
Very
and of course,
welcome.
for your insights. I hope you have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Ashley.
All right.